Hey, Fran Sensei here, and today we're going to be talking about blocking, or wuke. Blocking is not really something that we do in karate. It's more like we receive the technique and strike it as it's being thrown at us. A lot of people think that a block is just putting the arm out. It's not. It's striking very hard against whatever's being thrown at us, be it a kick, be it a punch, be it a forearm strike to the face. There's thousands of things that you got to do with this. We're going to be talking about Geidan Barai to begin with, down blocking. For beginners, it's very important that when you work your blocks that you understand the technique behind it and where the block should be positioned. So when you're looking at a down block, it's actually going to begin with an arm cross motion to this position, and then you're going to scrape the other arm. As you'll notice, the other hand pulls back very quickly, very effectively. The pull back and the power down, those should be equal. When you do that, it shouldn't go then here. They should be equal with one another. It's an application of physics, which we won't get into right now. Okay, looking at the position of the down block. If you're doing a down block strike or down block position, you don't want it lined up to the knee because then you ineffectively didn't block anything. You also don't want it all the way out here because then you're exposed for everything. It should go right here, and again, if you want to test it, scrape it. It scrapes right by the leg. You don't want to be really wide and you don't want to be too shallow. You want to be right to that position. You also don't want it reaching out here. It should be here. See the position on this? Very important. When you're looking at Soto-uki and Uchi-uki, Chudan-uki I guess is a better way to put it. There's a big argument on which one's which. Who cares? One goes the inside, one goes the outside. Let's just keep it as simple as that. So when we're looking at our middle inside block, the block will be coming across the body, and you'll notice both hands work equally. Like this. It shouldn't go and then chamber, just like I explained with the other block. Okay, so when working this block, the middle inside, you're actually striking across the body here. Big mistake is to pick the block up here and swing it like that. It comes right up and chops across the body, right up and chops across the body. Don't do a wide swinging motion. I see a lot of schools teaching that, and then the black belts get stuck doing that, and it creates, hey, hit me, then I'll block it. No, here comes the technique, block it. It's as simple as that. Alignment of that particular technique, the bottom of the wrist should be lined up to the top of this shoulder over here. It shouldn't be too low, and it definitely shouldn't be up here. This fist should be basically lined up right there. It should also be going across the body, but not so hard that you turn your body to the outside. Right there. See that alignment there? Okay. I guess you say the biggest thing when you do that block is this technique's really grabbing, this technique's striking the arm. So here comes a punch, there's a dislocation. Easiest way to explain it. Okay. The block can be done lower when you're fighting here if a punch is coming basically down here. However, when you get really good with this, you'll understand the elbow is the position of that. Okay. Going to the outside on Chudan-uki. This block gets a lot of people confused. It really does, because a chop block, as we call it in my dojo, is very easy. Doing the opposite direction, you'll see thousands of different swinging motions where the hands are pulling and all this other crazy stuff. The truth is you're just going to basically block, pull. That's what you're doing. The alignment's to the shoulder. Blocking too shallow, the punch still gets through. Blocking too wide, you're going to get hit with the secondary punch. You want to block just enough to move the punch outside the shoulder for the counter position. So when you're working on this particular block, I teach my beginners, block, pull, block, pull, 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 okay? Working high block. High block is controversial. It exposes your whole body. That's the problem why it's controversial. Why would I really do this? Well, the truth is you're not actually blocking a punch or a technique coming in. You're actually either dislocating something or you're striking the person in the forehead and face area when they throw that technique. Block, strike, easy done. But this block still gets done wrong, so we got to look at this. One of the things that I'll talk about in a second are the 45-degree angles. When you're working your high block, you want to make sure that you're blocking and pulling here. This one pulls down and that one goes up. And you'll notice this fist is on the opposite side of my shoulder, but you can see my face, you just can't see my head. That's the point. If I'm looking straight forward, I should only see the underside of the arm. If I see the back of my arm, it's too low and too weak. If I can't see my arm, it's too high and too weak. So I want to look straight forward and do this. See that? I see just the back of the arm. Right there, right there. Very simple technique. Okay? Very simple. All right. The angles on the blocks, we're going to not down blocking on this. But in our middle block, it looks like a 45 degree. If I were to set a box in a diamond shape, it creates a 45 degree. I take that same arm and I turn it into a high block, the angle's the same. All right, that will help you. You don't want to be doing this, you don't want to be doing this. You want to keep that arm at that 45 degree. There's your middle block, there's your high block. Okay? Now, there's hard blocks, there's soft blocks, and we'll get more into that later. But these are your basic blocks. Our blocking drill in the dojo involves a partner. They're going to be attacking you. So you start in this position here. They step in, they go high punch, and you block. They go middle punch, and you block. They go middle punch, and you block. And then they go front kick, and you block. And then, of course, you're going to go right back at them. Okay, and then they come back, and then you just repeat it. Blocking is very important. We'll get into more of that as you progress in your karate, because blocks are applied at angles. They're not really applied straight on. But this should help you with getting the basic foundation of those blocks down. Thanks for listening, and I hope it helps. Talk to you at the dojo.